Here's what I think the Giants should do in the draft. What I think their draft plan should be. They should definitely not draft a quarterback unless you're absolutely 100% sure that he's the guy. The only reason I'm saying this is because I know I say this a lot, but you could get why draft a guy in the first round, 6th overall or 17th overall, when you could just trade a second or third round guy for Josh Rosen, get your franchise quarterback who already has that 1 year of experience, who is a leader in the locker room, which is what Dave Gettleman wants. He's obviously wanting leaders in the locker room. So then you could still take two starters with that first round pick because with both of those first round picks, because if you do take a quarterback, he's not starting the first year, and with the second easiest schedule, I really want us to take advantage of that. It's going to be hard to tank when you have the second easiest schedule in the NFL, so might as well use those two first round picks on either a wide receiver or a lineman or a defensive lineman or offensive lineman, because whenever you look back at the Super Bowl winning days, we've always was able to pressure the quarterback. So you need another pass rusher. And Lorenzo Carter and Dalvin Tomlinson and B.J. Hill are not going to be able to do and carry this defense by themselves. Let's not forget Janoris Jenkins. But if there's a corner up there in the second round, you got to take him. But you got to take Josh Rosen for a second or third round pick. You know what I mean? Because he already has 1 year of experience, so that kind of means that he'll be able to develop faster than any of the rookies coming out of this draft because he already played in the NFL. He already has NFL caliber experience. He's already a starter. The reason his stats are so bad, and this is why I said in my last video of Josh Rosen, of why his stats are so bad. I don't even think he played the full season, which explains why he only has like 3,000 yards. And a lot of his throws were like veteran type throws. His receivers were just not able to hang on to all the balls that was thrown, even if they were placed in good spots. Because he makes the right reads. It's just that the receivers, they're not doing their job. They're not able to hold on to the ball, which is ridiculous. And then, you got to factor in his offensive line wasn't good. You know what I mean? But I think that now it will be time to bring in Josh Rosen. Okay, I think you get him for a cheap price, right? You get him for a very cheap price. And then like I said, you'll still have those first round picks that you can use on defense, maybe an offensive tackle, and your offensive line will be complete. So now Eli Manning's gonna have time to throw. Josh Rosen's gonna be having time to throw next year, and you know what I mean. It just makes a whole lot of sense. Even if you were to keep him as a backup, right? Give him a third round pick, and then bring in Tua Tagovailoa or somebody good next year if we were, having a very bad record and we were not competitive at all. Just bring in Tua Tagovailoa, you'll have Josh Rosen as a backup. You know what I mean? Because backups are so underrated in this league. You really could use them. But I really do hope that they end up doing this. And I do think what they should be using their second round and third round picks for is defense. Try to get a cornerback. Try to draft a couple of two cornerbacks, right? And you're guaranteed about 3 or 4 stars or decent players from this draft when you have all these picks. But I really do think that that's what they need to focus on. When it comes to their mid-round picks, you have to get defense, or you can try to take an offensive tackle. If you are not comfortable with taking a tackle in the first round or second round, take one in the third round. Sometimes, you know what I mean, they can end up being great players with the right coaching. So take one of those guys in the second or third round. If you don't trade that second round, obviously, for Josh Rosen, but try to take one of those guys. Either a corner, try to get some more linebackers, try to add depth to the team. But not really that. Just try to get some more starters. Because pretty much you could draft anybody from this draft on the defense and they'd be a starter. Because our defense is horrible. Our pass rush really isn't all that bad when it comes to the defensive line itself. We got B.J. Hill. We got Dalvin Tomlinson. And since we're running a 3-4, I believe it is, something around there. But we only use 3 guys on the defensive line. So you'd be one more pass rusher away one more Montez Sweat away from completing this defensive line, because everybody in the defensive line would be really good. You know what I mean? Now all you would need to do is build up a secondary. So you would need to make you would pretty much, like, the cornerbacks are decent. They're not good. You could use better. But you need a free safety. And you need linebackers. Because Lorenzo Carter is not going to be able to carry this team by himself. A 1-year veteran. He's not going to be able to do it. But yeah, that's what I think they should do. Use your mid-round picks on defense. Use your first-round picks on either offensive lineman or defense. You got to really go all out on defense because the offense isn't bad. You have 2 slot receivers, but they're going to be able to get the job done. You need another receiver. You need a big guy. You need somebody that's going to be going down the field with speed, somebody that's strong. DK Metcalf may still be on the board at 6. You could take him there. You need another receiver. You need a big guy because we got 2 more slot receivers on the team. We need somebody big, a red zone playmaker that's going to be able to go up and get the ball, a tall guy, you know what I mean? A possession type of red zone player. Because we're not going to have that with 2 slot receivers. But yeah, imagine that. Josh Rosen, Saquon, and Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate, you can stretch the field and all of that. And he'll have time. So his stats won't be affected. And the receivers that we have are good. They're not going to drop every pass that Josh Rosen throws. But yeah, that's what I think that their plan should be. Just try to go all out on defense. Get a couple of offensive linemen, maybe if or not a couple. Get like 1 or 2 at most. Just try to get like 1 solid offensive lineman, whether that's in the 2nd round or 3rd round, and you'll be set. And then your offense will be complete. You'll still have that quarterback. Oh wait, no, you won't, because you have Josh Rosen. You have to get him. You got to get Josh Rosen. Then your offense is complete. You would just need a wide receiver. And your offense is going to be back to normal. You know what I mean? Back to, you can't really replace it with how it was back in the day, but you can build towards it. So you can kind of, because history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. That I like using that saying because it applies to so many things. But you can really just try to build towards that scheme that they had back then when it came towards, getting a bunch of good pass rushers and being able to get mediocre wide receivers to get the job done. Because our quarterback isn't bad already, but the offense is going to be successful. I meant. We're going to be good. You really just got to go all out on the defense because that's the only thing that this team needs. And then you'll have your backup quarterback for the future for 2nd or 3rd. It just makes a whole lot of sense. And I know I keep saying this, but I will never stop saying this until the day that they get Josh Rosen. And I really hope they do because he comes at a cheap price. He's a starting caliber guy. You cannot miss out on this great of a quarterback for his price. Like a 3rd round pick for a starting caliber quarterback who is still young and still on his rookie contract, only in his 2nd year, who has experience, who's a good leader. If you pass that up, I would be like, I'd ask the general manager or the draft room, what drugs are you on? Because this makes literally no sense. Because if they were to do this during the draft, I don't care when you trade for him. Make sure it's either right after the draft or before it. I don't care. Just get Josh Rosen. He's a beast when you utilize him correctly, which the Giants will. He's going to learn from Eli Manning, but he already has that 1-year experience, and that's beneficial because no other rookie in the college football league or in the draft has right now. So that's a very valuable asset. That's pretty much it. I know I kind of repeated the same thing a couple of times, but literally, I really want Josh Rosen. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be pretty good, especially when learning from Eli Manning and having time to throw the ball, having receivers to throw the ball to. It's gonna make sense. I do think that this is my plan for what the Giants should do. You know what I mean? Try to get an offensive lineman and then just go all out on defense. Maybe get a wide receiver. I don't know. You could get DK Metcalf at 6. Get that big guy because he's fast, but he's also tall. And he could do what Odell does. I'm not saying he could do it at the same level, but he could do what he could do. He could do what Odell does. He could do slants and be explosive, similar to him. Not as explosive, but similar. But I do think that they're gonna figure out a way. You just gotta trust the process. Trust Dave Gettleman. They're gonna make some big moves. I think so. I just hope they get the right players in the draft. I just hope they do something along the lines that I've just stated. But I don't want to make this video too long. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments. What you guys think their draft plan should be. If you made it this far, put #10 in the comments, I guess. I just want to see how many people would watch to the end. If not, if we don't get a lot of people, I'll just trim the videos down a little bit. But anyways, yeah, peace out, and I will see you guys in the next one.